Boa noite, cá estamos para mais um episódio da série Investigação-Ação. Hoje, o programa apresenta um novo convidado, o Dr. epis4, investigador. Caros espectadores, esta entrevista terá a particularidade de ser realizada em inglês, a pedido do entrevistado.
Good evening, Dr. James Fernandez. Thanks for your availability.
Good night, thanks for the invitation.
Dear Doctor, today we will discuss the benefits of action research in education. Action research can be a worthwhile pursuit for educators. What are the reasons that lead to this?
There are several reasons that show that good teachers are, after all, themselves students, and often look for ways to expand upon their existing knowledge.
Teaching is a profession that requires a constant learning, right?
Yes is true, but one of the reasons is the focus on school issue, problem, or area of collective interest. Research done with the teacher's students, in a setting with which the teacher is familiar, helps to confer relevance and validity to a disciplined study. Often, academic research is seen as disconnected from the daily lives of educators. While this might not always be true, it can be very helpful for teachers to pick up threads suggested in academic circles, and weave them into their own classroom. It is also comforting for parents, or education administrators outside of the school, to know that a teacher is not just blindly following what the latest study seems to suggest, but is transforming the knowledge into something meaningful.
This methodology is oriented to the professional development of teachers.
Indeed, research and reflection allow teachers to grow and gain confidence in their work. Action research projects influence thinking skills, sense of efficacy, willingness to share and communicate, and attitudes toward the process of change. Through action research, teachers learn about themselves, their students, their colleagues, and can determine ways to continually improve.
But often the exercise of teaching is very individual, isn't it?
Yes, another reason to justify this methodology, isolation is one of the downsides of teaching. Teachers are often the sole adult in a room of children, and have little or no time scheduled for professional conversations with others. Action research in pairs, or by teams of teachers, allows time to talk with others about teaching and teaching strategies. By working on these teams, teachers must describe their own teaching styles and strategies, and share their thoughts with others. As a team, they examine various instructional strategies, learning activities, and curricular materials used in the classroom. Through these discussions with colleagues, they develop stronger relationships. As the practice of action research becomes part of the school culture, we see increased sharing and collaboration across departments, disciplines, grade levels, and schools.
And what is the impact in school and the education community?
As teachers get into action research, they are more apt to look at questions that address school and district concerns, rather than questions that affect the individual teacher. This process creates new patterns of collegiality, communication, and sharing. Contributions to the body of knowledge about teaching and learning may also result. Development of priorities for school-wide planning and assessment efforts arise from inquiry with potential to motivate change for improvement's sake.
And his methodologies reflected in the educational practices of teachers.
Yes, opportunities for teachers to evaluate themselves in schools are often few, and usually happen only in an informal manner. Action research can serve as a chance to really take a look at one's own teaching in a structured manner. While the focus of action research is usually the students, educators can also investigate what effect their teaching is having on their students, how they could work better with other teachers, or ways of changing the whole school for the better. Conversations can take on a different focus from attempting to fix to arriving at understanding.
Finally, basically collaborative work in the processes of communication and improvement.
Teamwork within the school or education community brings individuals together for a shared purpose. The author G. Pine referred that the educators involved in action research become more flexible in their thinking and more open to new ideas. Also, studies by J. Little in 1981 suggest positive changes in patterns of collegiality, communication, and networking.
Dr. James Fernandez, thanks for these moments of conversation.
Damos por terminado este programa. Amanhã estaremos cá com mais uma entrevista sobre metodologia e investigação-ação.